Welcome, you are listening Radio Central News. I'm Chandni and now news in detail. Opposition parties led by the Congress criticized the farm bill tabled in Rajya Sabha on Sunday, saying they will not sign on the death warrant of farmers. The opposition charged the two bills are aimed at befitting big corporates and ending the minimum price-based procurement by the government. Rajya Sabha took up the discussion on the Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Bill 2020 and the Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement of Price Assurance and Farm Services Bill that have already been passed by Lok Sabha. K.K. Ragesh, Derek O'Brien, Trichi Siva and K.C. Venugopal moved resolution for sending the two bills to a select committee of the House for consideration before they are taken up for passage. Initiating the discussion on these two bills, Congress leader Pratap Singh Bajwa, who hails from Punjab, described the proposed law as ill-conceived and ill-timed and said his party completely rejects them. He said the bills are against land owners across the country, especially those of Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh. We will not sign on death warrants of farmers, he said. With agriculture being a state subject, he said, the bills are against the federal corporator spirit. We do not want any tinkering in APMC and the minimum support price, he said, and wondered what was the need to bring these bills during COVID-19. Bajwa said farmers on the streets to protest against these two bills. Those whom you want to benefit are on the streets. As the country clocked in 92,605 fresh cases of novel coronavirus in the past 24 hours, taking the total number to 54,619, the centre on Sunday set up expert committees to inspect government and other hospitals dedicated to the deadly contagion. The move came following the directions of the Supreme Court, which took cognizance of the shortcomings in the care of COVID patients in different hospitals across the country. The expert committees constituted by the Ministry of Health have been asked to inspect, supervise and guide government and other hospitals dedicated to COVID-19 MOS Health, Ashwini Chaubey told the Rajya Sabha on Sunday. The Ministry of Health has written to all the states and union territories with regard to prescribing reasonable rates for testing and treatment of COVID-19, Mr. Chaubey said in written reply. As many as 92,605 cases were recorded across the country in the last 24 hours. That has brought the overall infection tally to 54,619. On the brighter note, the country reported over 94,000 recoveries for the second consecutive day, pushing the total number of cured discharged patients to 43,03,043. India's recovery rate currently stands at 78.68%. The Union Health Ministry said in its daily update. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry also highlighted that about 60% of the new recoveries were reported from 5 states: Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, which also accounted for 52% of the new cases. The foreign ministers of the Quad countries, India, US, Japan and Australia, are likely to meet and have the security dialogue next month in Japan amid increasing military muscle flexing by China in the Indo-Pacific region. A report by Japan Times said that the meeting is likely to discuss ways to deal with China's aggressive posture in the medical field, including vaccine development. The meeting will be convened by the foreign ministers of these 4 nations, viz. S. J. Shankar, India, Mike Pompeo, US, Mary C. Payne, Australia and Toshimitsu Motegi, Japan. Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, also known as Quad, is an informal strategic forum between the United States, Japan, Australia and India that is maintained by semi-regular summits, information exchanges and military drills between member countries. Japanese government sources confirmed that beside the meeting among foreign ministers, Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga would interact with top diplomats of these 3 nations. It is the brainchild of former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. The first meeting of Quad foreign heads took place in New York in September 2019. The government on Sunday said a total of 32,238 paramilitary personnel were infected by the coronavirus so far. Union Minister of State for Home Nityanand Rai said in Lok Sabha that 9,158 personnel of the CRPF, 8,934 personnel of the BSF, 5,544 personnel of CISF, 3,380 personnel of ITBP, 3,251 personnel of the SSB, 1,746 personnel of the Assam Rifles, and 2,025 personnel of the NSG were infected by the virus. Among the infected, the highest recovery rate is reported in CRPF, 84.4%, followed by BSF 80.41% and CISF 75.25%, he said, replying a written reply. Rai said the highest death rate has been reported on CISF, followed by Assam Rifles and CRPF. The minister said the government has established COVID-19 hospital, COVID care center and dedicated COVID health center for treatment and support for recovery of paramilitary personnel who are found positive for COVID-19. In addition to normal benefit available to the paramilitary personnel on death, it has been decided to provide Rs 15 lakh to the next of kin through Bharat Ke Veer funds in cases any personnel died due to COVID-19 infection contracted while deployed of COVID-19 related duties. Immediate grant for funeral expenses and support for expeditious proceedings of family pension and other dues is provided, he said. That is all for the today's news bulletin. Stay tuned to Radio Central News for more updates.